Welcome to season 2 of the Halftime Report, powered by Sports Cannabis. I'm your host, Ray, and today we are joined by absolute legend, retired NFL and CFL legend, you know what I mean, turned best-selling author, mental health coach, cannabis advocate, cannabis educator. I can go on and on, but Delvin Breaux, Senior, what's the deal, bro? How you feeling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, D? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
So we got to talk about a few things. We obviously going to get into the book. Like I said, we got to get into the NFL career. But with everybody, we usually start off with how did the sports journey start? Because this is sports cannabis, so we keep the sports first. For you, football was definitely the thing through and through. You saw it through. What was the moment where you were like, all right, this is it for me?
I was a sophomore in high school, man. I want to say I was a sophomore in high school, but I knew I could play, at the Pee Wee level. Like I knew I was going to be great. I knew I was going to make it to the NFL. I knew that football was going to be my journey, to making it right. But I want to say it clicked my sophomore year, man. I made a big play against St. Aug. I think it's like the second or third game of the season, and it was fourth quarter. It was third down, and we had to get off the field. We had to make this play. And as a sophomore, man, you're nervous, right? It was my first time starting in high school, so I'm like, man, oh my god, like. And I made a play on one of the top receivers in Ryan Montague that year, and I made the play, and I was like, man. I'm about to be a dog. I'm going into the league from here. From this moment on, I'm gonna be the best lockdown cornerback ever, and I will make it. So I want to say that time, man.
I love that. I love that. So for you, that in that moment, is it because I had a moment similar to that in basketball? And it's crazy. Mine was actually at the end of my career. But what do you feel like that moment taught you about yourself? I feel like sports reveal character. And that type of moment, what did it teach you about yourself that you probably didn't know or was in touch with before that?
That I should believe in myself more, regardless of how young I am. Like I said, it was my first game. I was nervous, anxiety, but I made the play, and it just showed me, man, just believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself, bro. You are great. Like don't doubt yourself, man. You belong here. This is your moment, your time, and go be great.
Yeah, bro. I like that. I like that. For you, you dealt with injuries throughout your career. You know what I mean? They kind of was on and off. They hit you at different times, and like I knew it about you from seeing you in different interviews and stuff like that. But you have this like relentless positivity. Does that come from the injuries, or is that something that you kind of had beforehand?
I want to say, man, it's just through a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I built up this positivity just through a lot of experience, man. Because when you go through things in life, you either growing from it, or you're not growing from it, right? So I just decided to take each lesson and use it as a learning lesson, man, and get better from it, right? And it's not about that moment. It's about me getting better and not going make the same mistakes in the future too as I'm growing through life. Because you'll forget. We tend to forget things at once we make change, but once you make change for the better, it shouldn't be no more excuses, right?
Facts, bro. Facts. You talk about not making mistakes. You talk about, believing in yourself. And in 2006, I got to imagine that's when that was on full display. The doctors tell you probably have a career in the injury. For you to be a kid at that age, pretty much in a lot of people's eyes, what got you through that time? And then more importantly, when you got back on the field, what gave you that fearlessness to be like, I'm not about to be wincing or, you know what I mean, or scared. I'm still about to do my job.
Yeah, that was a crazy time, me breaking my neck because that's something you'll never think you'll do, right? You'll be the person who break your neck, man. But just going through that moment, it taught me a lot. It taught me to never give up. It taught me to persevere through any and everything, man. I was able to get up off the field after seeing the white light. Look, D. Ray, I saw the white light, man. I'm in this room and I'm looking around this room like, man, where am I? I'm visibly seeing a all white room, nothing in it, just me. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. And to be in that moment and to come out of it, man, and to still be here spiritually, man, it's an honor. It's an honor, man. It's a blessing that I get to share this story because it's God. And God got me through that journey. He got me through that whole moment, man. I couldn't do nothing but pray to him, throughout the moment and just kept fighting. That was my biggest thing was just fight, Delvin. Like you've been through so much, man. Like you broke your neck right now. Like just keep fighting. Don't fight for everybody else. It's about you right now. It's about you right now. So fight for you, knowing that you're gonna get out of this situation, and you're gonna make, you're gonna become whatever you make of yourself. So I want to say that, and then what kept me, what I'm gonna say, it was 2011. It was my semi-pro football game, and what kept me from inching and wincing on the field, man, was my dad told me, bro, if you play football again, you can't go out there scared. You can't go out there nervous. You cannot go out there. You have to be fearless. You have to know when you go out there that you're going to make the play. Your neck is fine. It's healed. It's been 6 years, son. You're fine. Go try it. So, bruh, it was nerve wracking, but man, I did it, and I wasn't dead. And I was like, bruh, I'm going.
So, all right. So, do you remember the play? You said you remember the play where you were like, "All right, I believe myself. I'm going." Do you remember the play after your injury where you was like, "No, I'm good"? Like, do you remember that play?
Yes, I remember the exact play, man. We was out in Florida, and I can't remember the team, but it was my first semi-pro football game back from playing football, and since I broke my neck, and uh, and it was the second play of the game, and there's this big running back. He was about the size of Brandon Jacobs. I don't know if you remember big Brandon Jacobs, about 6'4", 200 some pounds, big old running back, bro. And I'm on the right side of the field, and I'm like, okay, if they toss this ball this way, I have to make a play. And if they do come this way, I'm gonna make it. So I'm gearing up. I'm looking. Boom! They did a toss sweep. They tossed it to him. He comes out, got off the block. Boom! I just dove in there like I moved my head to the side. I flipped him, made the tackle, and I got up D. I say, "Oh, I'm not dead." I said, "I'm not dead." Oh, I'm not dead. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm not dead." I'm like, "Let's go, let's go." Look, my teammates looking around like, "Bro, what's wrong with you?" Like, "Bro, what's?" I said, "No." They said I was gonna die. They told me I was gonna die if I ever play football again. I make a tackle or anything, make a hit, and I did it, and I'm not dead. I'm telling you, D-Ray, it's crazy.
I understand. I didn't know they told you that. I knew they told you it was a career in the injury, but the whole like, bro, you might check. That's a different type of weight. That's a different type of weight, man. So I gotta ask you, like I said, but before I gotta imagine this is before cannabis. What what is mentally keeping you on track during these times, during the 6 year stretch between it, during the injury? Like what was mentally keeping you locked in?
I had met my ex-wife um, during that time. So she was a light in my, she was a light because, she was there for me, man. She was doing things that a lot of people didn't do for me as far as just caring and having that nurture, that nurturing feel, right? She gave that to me. So that what kept me alive. And she was like, hey, you're not going to be a bum. Like, you're not going to be sitting around here drinking all day, being depressed, like letting your past dictate your future. And I like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to sit up here and just be like that. Let's go to work. Like, let's go find a job. Let's get yourself going. Let's go play football. Like she was into sports too. She played flag football as well. So I was like, well, how about we be on the same team? We started doing co-ed and everything, man. And she got me back loving myself again, like loving the game, and that was it, D-Ray. That was it, man. That what kept me going.
That's real, bro. That's real. That's real. So I hear a theme here. You talked about your pop. You talked about certain doctors. You talked about your ex wife, and I think because we're athletes, we don't understand it while we're doing it in the moment, but we're always building a team. We're always like, I don't think like we are always looking for those foundational people. For me, it's like I always joke, like, bro, you wouldn't go and get five of me's. You wouldn't go and get five, dudes who gonna go get rebounds. You need somebody to bring the ball up. You need somebody to shoot. You need somebody, you know what I mean? You need a slasher. And it's like we're always building a team to help supplement those things that, quite frankly, I think as athletes, we're a little bit more aware that we fall short in. Can you talk about the importance of having a solid team around you?
Man, yes, man. Having a solid team around you is definitely important because you get to lean on someone who's experienced something different in their life than yours, man. Think about it. We all have different lives and different journeys and different things that God, tests us with, right? So if I'm able to get information from you, from you, that ain't doing nothing but powering up my life. That ain't doing nothing but helping me get better in the phases of my life, man. So it's definitely important to have a team. I love my team, man. I'm thankful for my team every day because they know at the end of the day we all hold each other accountable. We all been through the same thing. We all have something in common as far as the way we were raised. And now we have one goal, and that's to inspire one person a day. You hit me, D-Ray? It's important. It's important to get your team, bro. It's important to have your team because when you're going through things in life, you will have somebody to be there for you, man. It can be 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, man. I know my brother Pee Wee gonna pick up his phone call. He could be dead asleep. He could be dead asleep. I'm telling you, that's how tight it is, and it's important that you get with your team, man.
2012, you're in the GDFL. You get named the All Star. And then shortly after, you're playing with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the CFL, and you were named the All Star for that. Those accomplishments, how much weight do they hold for you?
Man, that being an all star held a lot of weight. Getting those recognitions and those achievements. Man, that's something I can cherish forever, man. I can tell my son. Think about it. This kid broke his neck, and he came back to become an all star after 6 or 7 years. Hold on, and he's never played college football. He's never played a down of college football. Man, hey, this dude is special, man. That holds a lot of weight, man.
Yeah, bro. I was about to say, for some people, it's kind of like, but like when I heard your story, I was like, bro, to make it back after that, like that's just so. All right, so you're talking about staying on it, staying in it, and in 2015, what was the call? Like, how did you find out? All right, the Saints. This is what we doing. This is my hometown Saints. What was what happened?
Man, so I actually was on the journey, man. I was the Saints were actually my 15th team that I worked out for. So I had once I got done the CFL season, I had 28 of the 32 NFL teams reach out to me, man. They reached out to me. They wanted me to work out for the team, and the Saints were the 15th team to reach out to me, and it was phenomenal, man. I was in Tampa Bay when I got that phone call. I was actually working out for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I got a 504 phone call. My agent was like, "Man, Bro, like, look at this phone. Who this is?" Oh, that's New Orleans. I'm like, "Oh yeah." Look, D. I instantly knew that that's where I was going to be. I was like, they giving me a chance. I won't mess this up. I won't mess it up. I won't mess it up, dude.
I love that, and you didn't. You didn't. The first game, you come in, you recover a fumble. You finish the season with 45 tackles, 3 interceptions. It was voted the team's defensive MVP. You got to walk me through what is your mindset that season? Like, what are you listening to when you walk into the locker room that season to be on that type of time after all that time?
The music, bro. I was a big Lil Wayne guy. I love Lil Wayne. I'm a big Coldplay guy. I love Coldplay. Uh, Coldplay was definitely played a big part in my man. Just about every game I went into, I listened to Coldplay, man, because I just something about their music. It hit with my frequency. It hit with my vibe, or my energy. Right. It gave me this the sense of confidence of, man, I can be dominant as I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I can be as big as I want to be. So let me go do it. Let like ticking clocks. Let me go. The time is ticking. So I don't have all day to be great, D Ray. I don't have all. I got to be great now, and that was my mindset, man. Like I couldn't wait. I had to go be dominant right then and there.
I love that, bro. I love that. What was that season? What is the highlight for you?
D-Rap, it's a lot of moments. It's a lot, but I want to say I'm not. It's not even a play. It's not none of that, man. It's I want to say my greatest time is was just being able to wake up every morning knowing I was a New Orleans Saint, knowing I was able to give back to my community, knowing where I've been, being able to speak from open the security opening the gates to the janitors in there, man. I was treated by it with so much respect and love and genuine because of where I've been, D Ray, bro. Like I was just so thankful and grateful just to put my thumb on the security tab to open the gate, D Ray, because I worked so hard and I've been through so much and I worked so hard to get to this moment. I won't take it for granted, and I didn't, man. I never took a day for granted. And that's what I want to say. Those were my greatest moments. Just being able to get up, go around the facility, knowing I'm a New Orleans Saint, knowing I could be able to speak to the janitor as if I'm speaking to Mickey Loomis. The top. So being able to have that, man, was my highlight, D Ray. Not even gonna lie to you, man.
I love that, bro. I love that. Well, all right, well, hold up. We got to take a break into action. I got to shout out our sponsors. This is the halftime moment, and we're sponsored by Heisman. Today, we are sparking greatness with retired NFL and CFL legend, cannabis advocate Delvin Breaux Sr. Now, Delvin, I know you're not indulging today, and I appreciate that, but I myself am smoking that Heisman finest strains, one of the finest strains, the halftime. This halftime, like I'm telling you, bro, this halftime flower features a balanced and restorative hybrid with a profile that stimulates a smooth, like it ain't too many ones where you smoking. It's just like, oh nah, this is on the first hit, you know, like I'm good. Smooth level euphoria while reducing inflammation and anxiety. So make sure you spark greatness wherever you go and check them out at www.hosman.com to learn more. With that said, since the halftime moment, I gotta ask you your favorite high moment and why.
Oh man, my favorite high moment. I want to say when I first started in 2018, man. And I had the Obama runs, and man, the way it made my body feel, man. I never once really partook in cannabis like that until 2018 when I got back to Canada from the NFL, and man, it's a life changer. It's a game changer for me, man. My body felt amazing. I slept for like 9 or 10 hours, man, and bruh, like I just feel so happy, like knowing when I come home, I have a cannabis rolled up for me. Like I'm ready, bruh. Like I love it, man.
So I gotta ask you for in 2018. It's funny, me and you got into it in the same year. I had my injury that year. The doctor pretty much told me like, bro, hang it up. You know what I mean? I'm not quite your story. I ain't on your level, but I was able to play again, and for me, that was enough. But like I said, in 2018, I started because of the injury, and I was like, I'm not messing with those pills. I need something else. For you, was there like an aha moment with cannabis, like, or was it as soon as you started, it was just like, bro, this was one of the missing pieces right here.
Yeah, well, I was more so like in awe. Like I was like, wait, what? Like, wait, so this is really making my body feel like this. Like I had problems with being around large crowds, and once I started indulging in cannabis, now I'm able to be around large crowds. I don't know how, I don't know why, but now that I've learned and done research, the anxiety and the medicine from the from THC CBD. Once it hits your stream, right, it calms your nerves. It's a calming effect, and now I'm able to be around crowds. I'm able to go do more social gathering, man. So and it's all predicated to using cannabis. So it's awesome, man.
How did you come about? We was talking about the endocannabinoid system before we hopped on. You were talking about different terpenes. Like I could tell, it's like there's lingo like THC and CBD that everybody knows, and then there's like those like finite details. I could tell your knowledge is more on that level. So are you self-educated, or how did you become so witty when it came to the plant?
Once I started indulging in 2018, I immediately started doing research, right? Because I was wanting to figure out, like why is it illegal? Like if it's making me sleep, if it's making my body feel well, and it's allowing me to move in confidence, why is it illegal? Why is it a Schedule 1 drug? And I'm like, man, this is not making any sense. So learning about the medicinal benefits and learning about the effects it has on your body, the holistic wellness it does to your body, it just made me want to do more research and more research. Now it's like I want to help people now. I want my mom to know that, hey, she's having glaucoma or nausea, or if she's having migraines, I have something that can help, that treats and helps that, right? So now it's not a, oh, I got to go take these Tylenols, or I got to go get all these ibuprofens to make me feel good. All you have to do is use a 20 milligram, or 15 milligram or 10 milligram edible. You know what I'm saying? And that could calm you down. That can release your migraine tension.
If there's one cannabis myth that you are eager to debunk, what is it?
That that cannabis don't make you lazy. They say weed make you lazy, right? They say weed makes you don't want to do anything, makes you sleep on the couch. No, that's a myth. That's a lie. It's how you go about doing it. Like, man, I can hit my indica in the couch strain, and I'm up moving around. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. I'm outside walking. and I'm feeling good, like I'm feeling euphoric, but I'm outside understanding life. I'm looking at nature different. I'm seeing people, and I'm seeing happiness. I'm bringing joy to people's life when I'm on my indica, and I can walk around. I don't have to be lazy. I choose to be lazy. People choose to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? You choose to be lazy. So cannabis don't make you lazy.
So through your CFL career, 2018, 2022, are you using cannabis at that time?
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. And what's your routine? People don't know how accepted it is up there. What's your routine? Well, what was your routine in that time?
So I would, well, first I would wake up. This is crazy. I wake up, I smoke me some sativa, right? I get my sativa going, wake me up in the morning, get these uplifting effects. It had me alert. So I was able to watch more film. I get me a nice big breakfast in, whether it be like an egg omelet or I would just wait. Sometimes I would wait till about lunchtime, depending on when we played, right? Say if we played at 7 p.m. that night, I would wait sometimes and wait till lunch just to get like a big lunch meal, and it would be a Subway sandwich. I'm a big chicken teriyaki Subway guy. This is every game day now, right? I would wake up, hit my sativa. I'll get it like a fruit bowl, something in the morning, or if I don't eat in the morning, around lunchtime, I would go get my Subway with my sun chips, man. And my Powerade. And that's it. I'll eat on that. Like I'll eat one half and then I'll save my other half until later, man. I would take a nap around like 2:30, 3 o'clock, take me a nice nap to get my mind and my body reset, refresh. And then I would hit an indica, right? Right before we go into the game, I would have me a like nice little indica, like just man, feeling good. So when I'm out there, I'm focused, I'm relaxed, I can play. The game slowed down so much for me, man. I wish I was using this all the way in high school, bro. Like I swear I wish I would, because the game slowed down so much for me, man. And then that was it. I'll go ball out, have fun, and go have fun at the after party.
I love that, bro. I love that. I love anybody that got it down to a routine is like, nah, they using it right because they understand their body, they understand the plant, and they understand how the two mix. You know what I mean? Like people be like, I smoke here and there. It's like you're not getting the full effects. If you use this joint the right way, you know what I mean? You can enhance life. I can tell with you, I'm listening, I'm like, this is very strategic. You know what I mean? This is discipline.
It better be that way. Hey, it better be that way, or my game would just be off. Like I wouldn't have a good game. Or like some would be on my mind. Like, dang, I missed something. But why am I focused on that instead of focused on the game?
That's real, bro. That's real. Like a lot of people, I think, and I think this is why people gravitate towards athletes in this space as a whole, is because it's like there's nobody more in touch with their bodies than us. You know what I mean? There's nobody who is more aware of if something hurts or something's off than us because you constantly have to be aware of it. You constantly have to use it in ways that you're almost not thinking. So, like, our subconscious connection between, especially when you start using this, you know what I mean? Because this only strengthens it. Our subconscious connection between are these natural functions that we really think we have no control over, and us completely and fully having control over them is a bit better. So when we use cannabis, it's like, nah, bro, you're gonna get the whole story, not just, you know what I mean, not the fluff of it.
Absolutely. So, what's your go-to strain?
I'm not gonna lie. So like I got this halftime nug in front of me right now. This is you know what I mean, this is what I broke down for that joint. I really like this right now. You know what I mean? Obviously they blessed, but I haven't really wanted to get anything else for a hybrid. I love the hybrids because, like you said, sativas in the morning are great. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I had a grip job recently. Like I do grip work on movies and stuff. So I host stuff like this. I write. But then like the dudes who build stuff and put stuff together, I do that too. Cause I like being like hands on. So in the morning, if I got one of them, like I did last week, I hit the sativa in the morning. And then that was that. You know what I mean? Then I went to the grip job. I'm a little more relaxed, I'm a little bit more alert. But the thing I like about the hybrids is it gives you the body feels, but you're also still in a certain, like they said, a euphoric state where it's like, to me, that's like the easiest to create. Like I said, being an athlete, more in touch with my body, it's like, all right, this is, you know what I mean? This is it for me. But I know you got to wrap up. I ain't about to make this shit about me, man. I'm the host. My job, I'm like the win. You know what I mean? I just kind of move shit along. So I'm gonna get off the soapbox, but I gotta ask you to wrap up. The last couple years, 2018, you're what, you're in the CFL. You at the end, you make the All-Star team again, and then you move to the BC Lions in 2022 before retiring. Then you release Unbroken. So talk to us about that book. Like I could imagine what inspired you, but I guess the better way to ask it is what made you say, you know what, I'm doing it. The same with that same veracity you approach football with. What made you say, I'm doing this and I'm doing it right with Unbroken?
You know what, man? I always wanted to tell my story since I was a young kid, man, because I always realized that, man, no kid should be going through what I was going through, man. And I always said it was going to be the right time and the right thing, right? I'm a big believer in divine timing. So once I retired the first time in 2020, man, 2019, 2020, when COVID hit, I was like, bro, it's time. I think it's time now. I think it's time to write this book and get my message out, get my story out, because we have a lot that's going on. A lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are in depression. A lot of people are committing suicide. They're allowing this pandemic to take over their minds. And I'm like, bro, my story can change a lot of people's lives, man. It can be a blueprint for a lot of folks. So why not write it? And I reached out to my guy Ross Williams at Williams Commerce. So I'm thankful for them. They helped me publish my book, helped me get the cover of my book done. They've done a fantastic job, man, of bringing my story to life to where other readers can paint themselves in my shoes, right? Y'all can, when you read my book. When you read my book, you're gonna be me. You're gonna be Delvin Breaux. You're gonna be young Delvin Breaux all the way up until my adult life. That's how it's messaged and laid out throughout the chapter. So and it just talks about my life. You're going to get a deep dive into knowing who Delvin Breaux really is and what I went through and how I came out of all that to being the man I am today. So when you read that, I want you to get the message of never giving up, always believe in yourself, right? A lot of obstacles are going to be thrown at you. Don't worry about that. Dodge them, right? Dodge them, right? Because you're meant for greatness. You're unique. Tap into that next level, right? Believe in yourself and always know that you have time. You have time to do things, right? Time is what you have. You gotta use it, and use it wisely.
That's real, man. I appreciate you. Like I said, when I heard your story, I understood like most great healers, you understand what it's like to be broken. You know what I mean? I think that's it's kind of just like one of those things in life. A lot of the people that turn around and help a lot of people, like you said, your story does. It usually comes from because they had to do it. They had to put themselves back together. I knew it, but it was dope to get this, you know what I mean, this conversation in with you because it was like it's real. You know what I mean? I wanted to hear it for myself. So thank you, bro. Thank you for joining, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. And appreciate Jay too, man, for connecting us, bro. This is awesome.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for joining us in the halftime report, powered by Sports Cannabis. I'm your host, D-Ray. We want to give a very special thanks to Delvin Breaux Sr. for joining us, man. Make sure y'all check him out on IG, like he just said, at thebreauxshow.com. That's BREAUX show.com. Stay tuned for another episode coming soon. Follow, like, and subscribe to Sports Cannabis to stay up to date with the latest athletes breaking barriers around the world and breaking the stigma. Make sure y'all join the movement. And thank you. This has been another episode of Halftime Report with D-Ray. Make sure y'all keep up with everything on sportscannabis.life. Thank you.